Aigi ming Kilona Thokchom, aina class 10 gi chemistry takchagan. Welcome back once again. So angang sa ngasi ekhoi maruoiba nungti gi punsida sijanaba material singi discussion gi matang da khoi amu continue tausi. So mamangi class ta khoi na sodium hydroxide, sodium chloride kumba maruoiba material singi matang da makhoi gi preparation properties uses naina khraba matung ngasi makha tarakpo ina khoi na maruoiba materials kharagi matang da so amuk discussion tausi. So the first material of our discussion is baking soda. So baking soda noi khangbra urabra. Now in our kitchen, in our Manipuri kitchen especially, we have this baking powder. Baking powder khangi ko aikoina khoi gi Manipuri gi special dish uti thongba hapa pakora thongba ga hapa aduma makhal gi white powder do. So actually this is a mixture of baking soda and an acid. So let's see more about this baking soda, its preparation and all. Now the chemical formula of baking soda is NaHCO3 and it is chemically known as sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. Now let's come to the preparation method. So the preparation method of baking soda. Now it is prepared by passing an excess amount of carbon dioxide gas through a nearly saturated solution of common salt that contain ammonia. So the involved reaction here is NaCl plus water through which carbon dioxide is passed and ammonia gas is already present. We obtain sodium hydrogen carbonate as the main product along with ammonium chloride. Now this baking soda, it has got some important properties. So what are the important properties of baking soda or sodium hydrogen carbonate? So the first property is it is a white crystal sparingly soluble in water. Solution of sodium bicarbonate is mildly alkaline. So when it is hydrolyzed in water, we obtain the parent base, that is an alkali, strong alkali, sodium hydroxide along with an weak acid, carbonic acid. Now when heated, it decomposes to give sodium carbonate with the evolution of carbon dioxide gas. Now the involved equation here is when heat is passed through sodium hydrogen carbonate, we obtain sodium carbonate along with carbon dioxide gas and water. Now, aikoina baking soda yauba baking powder si aikoina cake tani khangde, bread tani khangde, hapa matamda how it causes swelling and puffiness. Let's see. So how does baking powder cause swelling and puffiness? Let's answer this. Now baking powder, as I have mentioned, it is a mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and edible acid like tartaric acid. So when sodium bicarbonate combined with the hydrogen ion of the acid, there will be formation of salt like sodium tartarate along with water, along with the evolution of carbon dioxide gas, which is responsible for the swelling and puffiness. Now let's see the uses of baking soda. So magi uses tamulaksi in making of baking powder, as already mentioned. Then it is again used as an antacid in medicine to reduce acidity in the stomach due to its alkaline nature. Ahum suba used in soda acid fire extinguisher. Now baking soda ki discussion lore mathangi maruoiba material amuk laksi. The next material we are going to discuss about is washing soda. Now washing soda, it is chemically called sodium carbonate decahydrate. Magi occurrence ki matang da mulaksi. Now washing soda, it is found naturally in lakes of Magadi, which is in East Africa, and in lakes of Lower Egypt. How is it prepared? Sida mu yengsi. Now, washing soda si aikoina sodium chloride tagi directly prepare tawba yai. Now, the preparation involves the following steps, and the preparation method is also known as the Leblanc process. So, what are the various steps? Let's see one by one. So, step 1. So, in the first step, sodium chloride ki solution se da aikoina sulfuric acid pass tawrani. There we obtain sodium sulfate, which is also known as salt cake, along with hydrogen chloride molecule. Ani shuba step ta, in the second step, salt cake si aikoina reducing as in carbon in the form of coke. Kaloina na hit tawba matamda, we obtain sodium sulfide along with carbon monoxide. Hydriba sodium sulfide C, on further treatment with calcium carbonate, we obtain sodium carbonate along with calcium sulfide. In the third, that is the last step, aikoina sodium carbonate C is treated with 10 molecules of water to obtain Na2CO3 10 molecules of water, that is sodium carbonate decahydrate, which is washing soda. Now, sodium carbonate habadi washing soda gi magi maruoiba preparation method amasu lei. Haidiba preparation method si ekoi amu gengsi. So the preparation method is also known as the ammonia soda or solvay process. Now haidiba process sida aikoina sodium bicarbonate ki magi solution sida aikoina filtration, drying and heating pangthoba matungda sodium carbonate obtained away. So the involved equation is also shown on the slide here. So when we heat a solution of sodium bicarbonate, we obtain sodium bicarbonate, we obtain sodium carbonate along with water and carbon dioxide. Now let's see the important uses of washing soda. Now it is used as a cleansing agent for domestic purposes. Washing soda. Second use, in the manufacture of glass, soap, paper and borax. It is also used for making hot water soft. Now, matang asida koina note toshan ba yaba point karana sodium carbonate haibasi koina amorphous white solid koina exist awi. Amaromda sodium carbonate along with water molecule makoishi ekoina crystalline form they exist awi kari maramgi due to the presence of water molecules which play an important role in the crystal structure of solid. Haiba water molecules sinsibo ekoina water of crystallization haina khangni. Now every hydrated salta fixed number of molecule of water of hydration yaugani in its formula unit. For example, copper sulfate ki crystal da, there are 5 water molecules of water of crystallization. Like then in case of ferrous sulfate, we have 7 molecules of water of crystallization. So, copper sulfate solution is also known as blue vitriol. It has the chemical composition CuSO4 along with 5 molecules of water. Then ferrous sulfate, it is also commonly known as the green vitriol and it has the chemical composition FeSO4 along with 7 molecules of water of crystallization. So, matang sida koina paliba term water of crystallization marks properly define tominasi. Now, water of crystallization is the water molecules which gives the salt crystal their shape and color in some cases. Now, let's take up another important material, plaster of Paris. Now, have you seen this plaster of Paris? Akoina surgical bandages hembada season aba akoigi fractured bones kumba joint over the season aba potonico plaster of Paris hairisa. Now, it is chemically called calcium sulfate hemihydrate and it has the formula CaSO4 along with half molecule of water. Now, how is plaster of Paris prepared? So, the preparation of plaster of Paris. Now, plaster of Paris had materials gypsum naturally occurring calcium sulfate. Sidai koina at around 120 degrees Celsius to 130 degrees Celsius at high temperature heat the matamda we obtain plaster of Paris. So the involved chemical equation is when heat is passed through gypsum, we obtain plaster of Paris along with water. Now, what are the important properties of plaster of Paris? Now, it is a white powder. It sets into a hard mass on wetting with water. Ising the thengnaba matamda masi hard oisalai matum tasalai haibani. Sigi maramdi, it is due to the reformation of gypsum. So the involved chemical equation is also shown here. Now, let's come to the uses. Now, plaster of Paris has got different uses. So the first use is in hospitals for setting fractured bones in the right position to ensure correct healing. Then the second use is in making toys, decorative materials, cosmetics, and cast for statues. Now, maruiba material. Soap and detergents. Now, soap and detergent, where are they used? Yes, they are used for cleaning purposes. That is, they are used as cleansing agents in our daily life. Maroina koina toilet soap, ta koina iruzabada seasonariba, fi subada seasonariba detergents. Now, first let's learn more in detail about soap. So what are soaps? Soaps kari no hairagadi koina makoisi sodium salt of fatty acids ni. Aduga makoisi da cleansing property yawi. That is, soaps are sodium salt of fatty acid which has cleansing properties in water. Now, how is soap prepared? Now, soap, it is made from animal fat or vegetable oil by heating with sodium hydroxide solution or an alkali. So, the chemical equation involved here is fat or oil when heated with an alkali like sodium hydroxide, we obtain soap along with glycerol as a byproduct. Now, matang asida koina term maningsingsi, the term is saponification. So, what is saponification? It is the process of making soap by the hydrolysis of fat and oils along with an alkali. Now, aikoina lepta soap prepare toba matamda common salt etowi. Karigi maramgi no habito ko yung gengsi. Now, common salt is added to the mixture to make the soap come out of the solution. That is to precipitate out all the soap from the aqueous solution. Masigi process po ko na salting out of soap. Now, soap molecule habasi karamhay na tobusano magi structure. Amutunga ko yamuk kangsi. Now, a soap molecule actually has a tadpole-like structure. That is, it has a long hydrocarbon tail and a short ionic head, which is actually N of COONA group. Now, soap molecules, they form structures called micelles in solution. Solution hapsen bamatamda, agitate bamatamda, micelle hydriba structures is same. Now, what is this micelle actually? Now, a micelle, it is a spherical aggregate of soap molecules in the soap solution, as shown in your slide here. It has the two parts, long hydrocarbon tail and a short ionic head. Now, let's come to the cleansing action of soap. Soap season eraga, akoina kamai cleaning purpose, akoina clean no idoino, habasi akoy mo gengsi. Now, when a dirty cloth is put in water containing dissolved soap yauba solution da koin amot pa fi ama hapsen ba matamda the hydrocarbon end of the soap molecule in the micelle, it get attached to the dirt or oil or grease particles present in the surface of the dirty cloth. Why? Kadi marangi maramdi hydrocarbon end is hydrophobic. Adi ising hainade maramaduna mana dirt to doina attached to rani. Asum haina, the soap micelle entraps the dirt. Now the ionic end, it remains in water since it is hydrophilic in nature. That is, it is water-loving part. Now, when the dirty cloth is agitated in soap solution, noiba, scrubbing changiko, the oil and greasy particles on the surface of the dirty cloth, it will get dispersed in water. You see the dispersed horani, due to which the soap water becomes dirty, and the cloth will become clean. So, thus we use soaps or detergents for cleansing purposes. Now, detergents like soaps has got the same action. Now, what about detergents? Detergent karino ana hairagadi koina maki definition je sumaina piba yai. Detergents are generally ammonium or sodium sulfonate salts of long chain hydrocarbons. Kudamoina C17H35 O SO3Na hariba si koina detergent magi composition. Now, let's see the advantage of detergent over soap. Now, detergent can form copious lather, plenty of lather even with hot water. Habadi, it washes cloth more effectively as compared to soaps. Amaromda soap tea. Soap, they do not form enough lather with hot water because they form insoluble scum with hot water which may contain calcium and magnesium ions. There is an disadvantage of detergent over soap. And what is that? Detergents are not biodegradable while soaps are biodegradable. So, today we have learned again about some important materials like baking soda, washing soda, their preparation, properties and uses. Makha tarakpada koina water of crystallization habisi karino masigi concepts so koi khagmi nakre. Then finally we have learned in detail about soaps and detergent and their cleansing action. Okay, thank you.